Now, in our first story, the much-anticipated reshuffle comes months after the General Secretary of the NPP publicly called on the President to reshuffle appointees who were making the party and government unpopular. The following report has more.
The much-anticipated reshuffle comes months after the General Secretary of the NPP, Justin Frimpong publicly called on the President to reshuffle appointees who were making the party and government unpopular.
Bese omampeni enisa nkomo bebre akoso emra so se abani esisa ebem na nkofofofo so ebeto aso
general papa na kasar mo cho samano
sa normal we na akoso ebimfofo ba abemu ekofofofo ba abemu a ekunudi a yehwehwe 2024 yensabeka. My last caution goes to the appointees of this government. Said the mumu ha aban ba emonyamfaso Abana Samunyam say my bra no from a no party no ye.
The reshuffle saw Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, who has come under fire in recent times, being replaced by Minister of State at the Finance Ministry and MP for Karaga, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam. Interior Minister Ambrose Derry has been moved to the Jubilee House as a Minister of State and Henry Korte replacing him at the Interior Ministry. Nkrumah gets a new challenge at the Ministry of Works and Housing after serving at the Information Ministry for 7 years. Dr. Bernard Okoboy, a former Deputy Health Minister and currently CEO of the National Health Insurance Authority, heads back to the Health Ministry as the substantive minister. He replaces Agyeman Manu, who has been relieved of his position. Francis Asenso-Boakye, MP for Bantama, heads to the Roads and Highways Minister, replacing Kwesi Amoako-Atta. Gender Minister Lariba Abudu has been sacked few months in office and replaced by Dakwan Newman, MP for Kankwe South. Deputy Majority Chief Whip and MP for Ayawaso West Wagon, Lydia Seriam Alassa, heads to the Sanitation and Water Resources Ministry, replacing Frida Prepe, who was appointed less than 6 months ago. Deputy Energy Minister and MP for Sekondi replaces Mohammed Awal as Tourism, Art and Culture Minister. President Akufo-Addo has also elevated some deputy ministers to be substantive ministers. For instance, Fatia Abubakar now heads to the Ministry of Information as the minister, and Martin Agyeman becomes the Minister for Local Government and Rural Development. The president has also nominated Ophelia Mensah-Hayford, MP for Fantiman, as the new Minister for Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, replacing Dr. Kweku Effiye. Titus Glover makes a return to government as he heads to the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council as the regional minister. The Oti Regional Minister, Joseph Makabu, is removed and replaced by Daniel Machoto. The president also nominated some MPs to serve as deputy ministers. For instance, Vincent Koasefua, the Member of Parliament for the Old Tafo constituency, heads to the Local Government Ministry as a deputy minister, while Sylvester Tete heads to the Information Ministry as a deputy minister. Charles Echampo is the new Deputy Communications Minister, with Dr. Prince Hamid Ahmed heading to the Ministry for Works and Housing as a Deputy Minister. Adele Intim and Alexander Akwesi Akwa heads to the Health Ministry as Deputy Ministers, whilst Musa Abdul Aziz heads to the Fisheries Ministry as Deputy Minister Designate. Collins Adomako Mensah and John Kwabnaseni are Deputy Energy Ministers Designate. Kingsley Nyako is Deputy Education Minister Designate, with Festus Ewua Kofi as Deputy Employment Minister Designate. But how crucial is this reshuffle 10 months to the 2024 elections? A political analyst, Dr. John Osai Kwapon, has been given some insight.
I'm not entirely sure the extent to which he may or may not have had influence on this. At the end of the day, it's still the president's decision and the president's discretion. He may have sought his advice, I don't know. At the same time, these are people who will be serving this president. It may or may not mean that should he win the 2024 election, he would not retain, some of these individuals. But I think for me, at this point, it's the president's choices, it's the president's decisions, and whatever input the vice president may or may not have had ultimately is up to the president. As to whether this helps the party break the 8 and help Dr. Bawumia be elected as president, I don't think so. I don't think this would be the make or break, or at least one of the contributing factors to how individuals would decide how they want to vote.
Meanwhile, the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the MPP, Divine Otu, is satisfied with the reshuffle. 6 of the new appointees are from the region. This, he says, is a good sign for the MPP in the Greater Accra region.
The appointment has kind of brought some joy. If you are on our social media platform, you see nearly everybody is happy. We think that this reshuffling arrangement has benefited the region more than any other region. And so we are extremely grateful to His Excellency, the President, for what he's done. And we are using this same opportunity to assure him that with what he has done, we feel recognized, we feel appreciated. At the same time, we feel challenged to be able to, work hard and deliver elections 2020.